G'day and welcome to another Pokemon Go video. So jumping straight into Go Battle League, and as you can see currently at rank 13, so early days. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below and you can help this channel grow and get a bit more visibility. Everyone's always talking about the algorithm. With that being said, we're going to jump in and see how we go. So we're in the Great League still. And I'm actually going to jump into the Great League Remix. I'm going to run Dewgong with Ice Shard, Icy Wind and Water Pulse, Diggesby with Mud Shot, Fire Punch and Earthquake, and Whimsicott with Charm, Grass Knot and Moonblast. So Whimsicott is my bit of a different one. I've got previous videos on my other matches in Season 9, so I'll link to those and you can check those out as well and see how my team progresses through the season. So into this first match, and we get hit with Drifblim. So really good lead for us. For two reasons. One, because I've got another solid answer to this, which is the Diggesby, which is a bit of a weird one, but because of its ghost typing, it doesn't do too much damage. And then out comes the Wishcash, and I'm going to get out of there before throwing a charge move, and then I can look to farm all of the way down. So it has thrown its energy. I'm going to shield this up because I expect the Blizzard, and it was the Blizzard, so happy days. They're not going to be able to get to a second Blizzard, so no need to shield up the second one. It is the Mud Bomb, and let the Mud Bomb through, and it is absolutely fine. So out comes the Drifblim again, and I'm going to be able to throw the Moonblast. So they decide to shield up the Moonblast, which is absolutely fine by me. I'm going to let this go now. Icy Wind is probably going to take us out at this range, and it does. So I come in with the Dewgong and throw my own Icy Wind here. So that does enough to actually take that out, and it's a Ferrothorn in the back. So interesting one here. I'm going to need to get to 2 Fire Punches. So there's the first one done. The question is, do I shield this up or do I let it go? I'm going to let the first Power Whip go because I do know I'm going to survive the first charge move, and that way if they were baiting, then they were in for a rough time. I'm able to get to my second Fire Punch and take the game with a shield in hand. So happy days, able to take game number 1. We'll jump straight back in, and hopefully we can get another good lead. So that one was pretty good. Nice shield onto the Whimsicott from the Blizzard there. So jump into the next one, and they've got a Toxicroak on the lead, and this is not good. You can look at it chunk away at the Dewgong's health. It just does so much damage. So I'm able to get to the Icy Wind. So shield up the Mud Bomb, throw the Icy Wind and grab a shield as myself, and hopefully I can get to another one, but I cannot. So I'm going to have to put in 2 shields here, and hopefully my Dewgong can put in some work and sweep in the back. So they let this go, so they've got the shield advantage, but I do have switch. So let's see what comes in. So out comes the Hypno. Am I going to be able to get to the Icy Wind? No. Very, very close, but not quite able to do so. So I'm going to come in with my Diggesby, and they just say good game. So no idea what was in the back. I'm going to assume it was probably a poison type, so maybe a Nidoqueen. They were probably running Thunder Punch and Shadow Ball, so they were in for a rough time there. Only assumption I can make. So into the next one, and we've got Greedent on the lead. So this is not too bad. Greedent is very tanky, and I'm going to let this first one go, and it is a Body Slam, so that's absolutely fine. I will throw my Icy Wind, and again, was not expecting them to shield because they have so much health on that thing. They make a nice swap, but I do land the Icy Wind onto the Nidoqueen, and then I come out with my Diggesby. So I'm not going to shield this up. They're debuffed, and they've gone for the Poison Fang, so absolutely fine. I'm going to look to throw the charge move. Unfortunately, it looks like we got the CMP tie, and Nidoqueen won it. So instead, I'm just going to let all of that energy go, and then look to farm this all the way down, and I'm able to do so. So leave this matchup with a bunch of energy. So in comes their Golbat, and this is actually really good for me. Golbat can't do too much, well, generally doesn't do too much damage because it usually runs Poison Sting and Shadow Ball. So let's have a look. It is the Poison Fang coming through. That's obviously very resistant for the ground typing, and the normal typing resists the Shadow Ball. So Greedent comes through and decides to throw energy, which is absolutely fine. I'm going to let this go. I do now know what my win condition is, and that is to match up this Dewgong against their bat, their Golbat. So I'm going to let all these body slams go because I've got no reason to shield them up. And let's see what they want to do. So I'm going to switch straight into my Dewgong here. I don't want them getting any extra energy. I know this is going to be a Poison Fang, but there's no reason not to throw the charge move. I'm going to throw my Icy Wind here. We'll see if they want to shield this up or just know it's a good game. And at this point, they decide to shield it up, and one more Ice Shard, and down they go. So that's a good game right there. So a bit of a neutral lead, I guess, to start things off, but able to take it in the end game. Going, well, I say neutral lead. It was not a neutral lead. It was a bad lead. So bad lead, but going 2 shields down worked out in the end. Whiscash on the lead. Really good for me. Their mud bombs are going to be coming through very thick and fast. However, that's absolutely fine. Blizzard's going to do absolutely nothing. And now that I've managed to get the debuff off, the mud shots are going to be doing even less. So we've got what looked like lag, but I guess they made it there. And then they throw a blizzard. So I'm not 100% sure what that was all about. Unfortunately, I've thrown my charge move and they've decided... Niantic's decided to let this game go, so I undercharge and they're not attacking back, so that's awkward. Yeah, really awkward there. Hopefully it was just visual lag. It doesn't look like my health has gone down at all, so I think that's good game. So that's really unfortunate for them. I don't know if at this point they've left the game or we're just getting some of that very, very famous at this point GBL lag. So I seem to be able to still attack. It is taking a long time to throw these moves, which is not ideal at this point. I don't know whether it's me or them that's lagging out. Are they seeing the same thing I am on their screen? Or did they just say good game after they threw a blizzard and knew that this was over? Absolutely no idea, but they're not attacking at all. Oh, and there's one little attack with the Bronzong, and they've left the game. So possibly the game crashed and they then got back in when the Bronzong was in. No idea. However, that being said, I have no idea why they threw a blizzard to start with. Yeah, from that point, that was a good game. So another Toxicroak lead, and this is really bad. So this time I'm actually going to swap into my Whimsicott, and I'm met with a Registeel. This is terrible. Charm can do absolutely nothing, and it's going to be able to, get off some... get some damage off. Focus Blast comes through, shield that up, that's fine. I'm going to throw into the Fire Punch and hopefully I can grab a shield. If I don't grab a shield, I'm in real trouble. I am in real trouble. So going to have to throw the next Fire Punch. Again, hopefully can grab a shield, cannot grab a shield. So going to look to swap out and they get to another charge move. So I'm going to have to shield this up because it is going to be a Focus Blast, going to do huge amounts of damage. They are now at a Mud Bomb, and their Mud Bomb is going to hurt a lot. So Mud Bomb's going to be able to charge me down. The question here is, can I actually get to see what their last Pokemon is? So able to at least take down the... and what came out? Oh, Frostlass came out. So the only way I win this is by getting to, like, 4 Fire Punches. They have shields. I do not. Yeah, this is well and truly good game. Let's see if I can get a sack swap. Nope, too much time left on the clock, and unfortunately they were even able to stop me getting to another charge move there, and this is good game. There is nothing I can do. So nice, again, little bit of GBL lag, but that game was well and truly over. So really good lineup to deal with my entire team. I don't think so there was anything on my team that actually beat them. Nice reward, still trying to get some extra candy. Managed to hit the excellent throw, so happy days. Able to catch that first ball, but we'll jump into the next set. So able to go 4-1 there. And that last game, I played slightly differently to the first lead that was Toxicroak. So the first lead I double shielded and stayed in, whereas that lead I swapped straight out, and clearly that did not work when they had very, very good alignment. So on the lead, they've got Shadow Hypno. So I am going to have to be very careful of the Thunder Punch here. So I'm going to go straight for this Icy Wind as soon as possible, and they don't shield, so that's fine. They are charging a lot of energy, and I'm going to shield this up. And let's see, so Shadow Ball comes through, so they must be running double nukes on this thing, because there's no reason to throw Shadow Ball in unless you've got a pretty big nuke, and out comes a Snorlax. So another Shadow Pokemon. Are they running triple Shadow? So I'm going to debuff that and then actually swap into my Whimsicott here, and going to look to chunk this down and take it out. So I'm going to let both of those body slams go through. They're obviously not going to throw a superpower because it's going to debuff them, and also the lick damage is resisted. So out comes the Shadow Abomasnow. So really not ideal for me, and the question here is, do I want to shield this up? And no, gonna let it go, and they Weather Ball bait me. So really, really good there for me. And then I'm going to throw straight into this Icy Wind, and I get the second shield. So come out with my Diggesby, and I really should be aware that they're running the double nukes, because there's the Focus Blast. Absolutely destroyed me there. So I'm going to have to charge up as much extra energy as I can, so I can throw this Fire Punch as soon as the Abomasnow comes out. Because it is a Shadow, oh, absolutely boom. That Fire Punch takes it out. So, good first game there. Triple Shadow team did a lot of damage, but was able to handle that pretty well, because the nukes weren't going to be a threat. So, Kanto Ninetales, and again, another Shadow. Out comes Tropius. So this is interesting. So the question is here, I'm going to throw the Icy Wind, grab the shield, and then swap into my own Whimsicott, and the reason is that thing does not want to see the Kanto Ninetales, so I am going to let this absolutely go. So no shield there, and farm all the way down, and then throw energy as soon as that Kanto Ninetales comes back out, because that is 100% what is going to come out. They let it go, and we see MP tied. Perfect. Again, I'm going to let this go as well, and then out comes my Diggesby, and they swap into Geriachi, and I'm just going to throw the Earthquake, and they shield it up, so that's really unfortunate for me. Expect the Doom's Desire to come through here, which it does, and then going to look to get to another Earthquake, but they get to another one. So I'm going to let that one go, and then hoping that they don't want to swap out, and I go for the Fire Punch here. So here, almost enough to take it out. Unfortunately, they get to another move. I'm going to swap into my Dewgong here and get a little bit of an energy lead. So let's see if I can charge that down. I am able to do so. Water Pulse is going to come through, and that's going to be enough to take out the Shadow Ninetales, and that is a good game. So there I probably should have just thrown Earthquake on the Geriachi, and then farm down the Kanto Ninetales. But, I mean, managed to get the win, so happy days. So Obstagoon, I hate an Obstagoon lead. It is brutal. So here the question is, what do I want to do? So I'm going to shield this up in case they're going cross-chop first, but they go for the Night Slash. Thankfully, they don't get the boost, but it still is a little bit of a questionable shield. I guess they're going to be debuffed here, so that's absolutely fine. And this time I'm going to let it go. So even if it is the cross-chop, no, another Night Slash, absolutely fine. They still didn't get the boost, perfect. I'm going to be able to get to another Icy Wind, but they do shield this one up, and that's absolutely fine. Now, do I want to win switch, or am I going to let this go? I am going to let this go, and it is the cross chop, and they don't quite KO me, which is unfortunate. But it is debuffed, and I'm going to come in with Whimsicott and one charm that thing down. Out comes the Skunk Tank, and that is very, very good for me in terms of getting my Diggesby matched up against it. Unfortunately, it's got a lot of energy, so it's going to be able to throw lots and lots of crunches. So this is not looking so good. I'm going to charge up to back-to-back fire punches here and see if they want to shield. So they do want to shield that up, so I'm going to have to throw straight into the next one. I cannot tank another crunch. So down it goes, and out comes the Frostlass, and it's able to fast move farm both of my Pokemon down. Really unfortunate there. Really unfortunate. Really strong against my backline with the Avalanche and, well, ice versus ground and ice versus grass. So we have Nidoqueen on the lead, and that's pretty good. And out comes a Greninja. So I really do like Greninja. It's going to be running Night Slash and Surf, but it's going to be able to do absolutely nothing to a Whimsicott. It is probably the hardest counter to a Greninja. Out comes the Nidoqueen, and unfortunately I am not able to get to a charge move, so it pretty much punishes me as hard as I just punished punishes me as hard as I punished the Greninja. So I come in with my Diggesby because I am expecting a flyer in the back or a potential grass type, but it is the flyer. So the Mandibuzz is going to be doing a lot of damage, and Diggesby's just going to have such a good matchup against the Nidoqueen. So out comes the Mandibuzz. They've decided to shield up twice, and I'm able to get to another Icy Wind. So I've debuffed them a lot. I'm expecting them to swap out, but at this point they say good game, and off they go. So happy days, able to take that game fairly comfortably. So come back from the very, very bad lead, which is Obstagoon. So really hate that lead of, well, pretty much any fighter on the lead is really tough for my team because I've got that double weakness, so the Dewgong and then the Diggesby, so it makes it really hard to swap out. So in this one, we have a Charmer on the lead, so Sylveon. So that Charm is going to be tanking away. So I need to get to these Icy Winds as quickly as possible to start reducing the damage that Charm does. And I'm able to get to a second one before they're able to get to a charge move. So Charm, really good fast move. However, they do not generate energy quickly. So I'm able to double up on my moves before they get to one. I will commit one shield as well and then completely farm down. So let's see what comes out. So out comes... Ooh, tough one for me. The Escavalier, which means, what do I want to come out with? So I'm going to come out, because it's been debuffed, I'm actually going to come out with my Diggesby here. And it acid sprays me, so that's really good for me. And I want to be very, very careful that it doesn't swap out and catch this on something. So I wait for the move, and Fire Punch, look at that damage. That is an excessive amount of damage. I'm going to let this go, expecting it to be the Drill Run, which it is, and that's absolutely fine. And what do they have in the back? They have a Stunfisk. So Stunfisk throws the Discharge and they shield it up. It's absolutely fine. I need to get to one charge move, and they do not have enough to get to... Well, they can't win this game because the Grass Knot is going to be enough to take them out. Whimsicott is bulky enough and resists its moves So happy days, able to take that game, and again go nicely into a 4-1. So the biggest problem for this team, and it really is the biggest problem, is fighters on the lead. So what do you do? Seen a couple where I've won, a couple where I've lost. So able to, again, hit that excellent throw. Happy days. And first ball, gotta love catching the Seismitoad first ball. Got 2 XL candies for it, which is the minimum you can get for a second stage evolution. But still, 2 candies, happy days. And that gets me up to rank 14. So hopefully that was useful. So Whimsicott is a bit of a different one. It does have its uses. It also is a team that is fairly weak, let's be honest, to any Registeel. Steel types are a little bit of trouble. Registeel, because it's got access to, well, Flash Cannon and good old Focus Blast, does cause me a little bit of trouble. Fighters on the lead are also a bit of a struggle. But like any team, it's going to have its good matchups, going to have its bad, and just going to make the most of it. So, like I said at the start, if you're new to the channel, like what you've seen, hit that subscribe button down below. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye for now.